Welcome to the Daily Vibecasting. Today, MBAs are leveraging up to buy your local plumber, AI agents are overheating laptops, and why your Subway sandwich is looking more like a hot dog bun. Let's ride.
It is Sunday, January 18th, 2026. Markets are closed, but the signal-to-noise ratio is absolutely off the charts.
We have a massive stack of sources today, and honestly, there's a single theme just running through all of it. It feels like we are looking at a system that's being squeezed to its absolute limit, whether that's financial leverage or computing power or just for the physical reality of a sandwich.
That is the thread, isn't it? It's optimization versus reality, the spreadsheet versus the mug.
So let's start with the lead. This is the story that feels like it's really defining the current business zeitgeist. We're talking about the collision between, high finance and blue-collar reality.
The ETA trend.
Yeah, this huge trend of entrepreneurship through acquisition, ETA.
Right, the boring biz thesis.
For anyone who hasn't been on business Twitter lately, the pitch is essentially go to business school, get a strategy deck, raise some money, and go buy boring business, a laundromat, an HVAC company.
A plumbing service, something with real cash flow.
Right. You skip the whole startup phase. You don't try to build the next Uber. You just buy a business that's already making money.
It's been building for a few years, but it feels like it's hitting a fever pitch.
It is, and it's hitting a breaking point. There is a viral thread from at Boring Biz that just perfectly captures the disaster potential here.
I saw this one. The monster truck.
It's a video of this massive monster truck, huge wheels, looks incredibly powerful, and it's trying to drive through a mud pit.
And it does not go well.
It fails spectacularly, stalls out, wheels are just spinning in the muck, it is going nowhere.
And the caption.
Caption is, Wharton and HBS grads who have never run a company before after acquiring an HVAC business with 80% debt.
Brutal. It's a brutal visual metaphor. But I think we need to unpack why that truck is stalling. It's not just that they're, bad at business.
Yeah.
It's the whole structure of the deal.
You mean the debt load?
Precisely. This is the search fund model. Stanford and other top schools have really popularized this. In theory, the returns look incredible. They'll claim something like a 35% internal rate of return.
Which beats the stock market by a mile. I mean, if you're getting 35% a year, you're a genius.
On a spreadsheet, yes.
Yeah.
But here's how you get that 35%. You don't get it by fixing air conditioners better. You get it by using leverage.
Okay.
You put down a tiny bit of equity and you borrow like 80% of the purchase price.
So you're essentially buying yourself a job with a massive mortgage attached to it.
And that's where the monster truck metaphor just lands perfectly.
Yeah.
You're taking a 20-something graduate, brilliant at financial modeling, but they've never managed a blue-collar workforce.
Right.
You drop them into a plumbing company where the technicians have been working for 30 years.
And what's the first thing they have to do? They have to cut costs immediately to service that massive loan.
That's the trap. The whole moat, the stability of the business, it just evaporates because the new operator doesn't get the nuance.
They have the strategy deck, but they don't know how to fix the fan.
Exactly. And when the fan breaks or the economy dips even a little bit, that 80% debt load turns from a ladder into a noose.
It feels like financial engineering pretending to be operations. And what's wild is that we are seeing this exact same playbook, this squeeze, playing out on the consumer side. You saw the Subway video.
The hot dog bun situation.
Oh, yeah.
This is the other side of that same coin.
This thing is crazy. It's a post from at Wall Street Apes. A guy goes to Subway, orders a standard 6-inch sub. From the top down, on the wrapper it looks okay.
Deceiving.
A little skimpy, maybe, but it's a sandwich.
But then he changes the angle.
He turns it sideways, and it just vanishes. It's flat. It is literally the thickness of a hot dog bun. There's no meat volume. There's barely any bread. It's like two-dimensional food.
I call this second-order effects of private equity 101. We need to connect the dots here for people. Why is the sandwich flat? It's not because the sandwich artist just had a bad day.
No, it's because of who owns Subway.
Correct. Remember, Roark Capital bought Subway back in 2024. The price tag was what, $9.6 billion?
$9.6 billion? That's a lot of footlongs.
It's an enormous amount of money for a mature, slow-growing business. And when a private equity firm drops nearly $10 billion, they are not doing it for charity. They have investors to pay back.
Yeah.
They have debt to service.
So the mandate becomes efficiency.
And efficiency in a sandwich shop means less ham.
Yeah.
It means you optimize every single variable. You shrink the bread density. You slice the meat thinner. You reduce the calorie count by 20%. And you just hope the customer is too busy to notice.
It's shrinkflation, but weaponized as a business strategy to pay off the loan.
But as Wall Street Apes points out, the customers are noticing. You can't hide a flat sandwich. People are boycotting.
They're going to Jersey Mike's or just making food at home.
And that's the limit of the spreadsheet. You can model cost savings all day, but eventually you break the physical product.
So whether it's the Wharton grad breaking the HVAC company or Rock Capital breaking the sandwich.
It's the same error, thinking you can outsmart reality with a spreadsheet.
Speaking of outsmarting reality, let's pivot to the mix. We're looking at the state of AI in 2026, and today we have this perfect split screen. On one side, you have the absolute bleeding edge of agentic AI, the architects.
And on the other side, the slop.
The architects and the landfill. So let's start with the architects. I saw two massive posts about AI agents today. First, from @Antigravity, that's the Google team, they showed a demo where an agent reads a blog post, it extracts the narrative, and then it autonomously builds a Google Slides deck.
Okay, we need to pause on autonomously. Because people hear AI and they think chatbot. They think, I type a prompt, it gives me text back.
Right. This is different. This is agentic.
Agentic means the AI has permission to use tools. It's not just generating text, it's clicking buttons. In that demo, the human isn't editing the slides. The AI is doing the research, planning the layout, choosing images.
Building the deck. It's moving up the value chain. We went from write me a paragraph to do this entire job for me.
Right.
And then there's Matt Schumer. @Matt Schumer, he posted a video of what he calls a swarm.
This is the one that really blew my mind.
He had something like 10 Claude agents all collaborating, not one AI, but a team of them. They worked for 6 hours straight.
And they built what? A web browser?
A web browser from scratch, a primitive one called Velocity. But the point is, he didn't write the code. He managed the agents who wrote the code. But, and here's the catch, you got to read the context on that post.
I'm looking at it. My laptop fans are blaring. Memory usage is massive. Hitting rate limits.
He's literally melting his hardware to get this done.
See, this is the skeptical take I always have with agentic AI right now. It is incredibly impressive technically, but is it efficient? Schumer is running a swarm of LLMs for 6 hours. The energy cost of that, the compute cost, it's astronomical.
Way more than a human coder would cost?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It raises a real question about the economics of intelligence. Just because we can replace the human, is it actually cheaper yet?
It's the monster truck in the mud again.
It is. Lots of power. But are we actually getting through the pit efficiently? We're burning enough energy to power a small city just to get an AI to write a slide deck we're barely going to read.
Well, if you want to talk about efficiency, or at least ruthless economic efficiency, let's look at the other end, the slop economy.
The underbelly.
This post from @EXM7777 is just blowing my mind. This user claims they hired 3 interns to run 150 TikTok accounts.
150 accounts. That's not social media management. That's like industrial manufacturing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're generating $37,000 in monthly recurring revenue. But here's the twist. Look at the reply from @0xninjas.
I see it. They're calling it a Chinese farm. The photo. Racks of smartphones. Hundreds of them on shelves, all plugged in.
It's not 3 interns sitting at desks brainstorming. It's almost certainly a click farm. You have racks of phones, VPNs mimicking US IP addresses, and they are flooding the zone with what they call AI slop.
Slop is the perfect word. Just endless, low-quality, AI-generated videos designed to hack the algorithm for views.
It's pure extraction. We talked about high finance extracting value from companies. This is low-tech extracting attention from the platform.
And it's a pollution of the internet. This is why the internet feels dead to so many people.
Right.
You're not interacting with humans. You're interacting with a bot, trained by a bot, uploaded by a farm, and watched by, well, probably other bots.
But it's working. 37 grand a month is real money.
For now. It's an arms race.
Really?
And speaking of which, the platforms are fighting back, or maybe just joining the squeeze. Did you see the post from @Autism Capital about ChatGPT?
The ads. The inevitable arrival of the ads. OpenAI is testing ads in the free tier. You ask for the weather, and you get interrupted by word from our sponsor.
The free lunch era of AI is officially over. We all knew this was coming. The compute costs we just talked about with Matt Schumer, someone has to pay for that.
So if you aren't paying the $20 subscription,
then you are the product. It's the Google model all over again. It's just a reminder that these agents aren't magic. They are incredibly expensive software products that have to be monetized somehow.
Okay, so to recap the mix, we have expensive agents melting laptops to write code, cheap agents polluting TikTok to make a quick buck, and the smartest chatbot on Earth trying to sell us car insurance.
The future is unevenly distributed, and apparently it's full of ads.
Let's shift gears to the tech ecosystem, specifically the everything strategy coming out of X and Elon Musk, because while we're worrying about ads, Musk is trying to rewire the global economy.
He is always playing a different game.
At Watchaguru, reported on a clip where Musk says X could handle half the global financial system. I mean, they already have money transmitter licenses in 38 states.
That is a staggering ambition. Half the global financial system.
Do you buy it? Or is this just hype?
Look, I appreciate the vision, the whole WeChat of the West idea, one app for everything. That's been the holy grail for a decade. But we have to look at the execution.
The site goes down.
The site goes down. You want to run half the global economy, process trillions in transactions, but the social feed still has outages.
Right.
The reliability standard for a bank is 5 nines, 99.99% uptime. That's, what, a few minutes a year of downtime? X isn't there yet.
It's a massive trust gap. I might trust X with my hot takes, but do I trust it with my mortgage payment?
Exactly. And the regulatory hurdles are just enormous. Getting licenses in 38 states is a start, but becoming a global financial rail, that's a war with sovereign nations.
But while the financial side feels theoretical, the physical side is happening right now. At HustleBitch posted about the new Cybertruck update. Grok X's AI is now inside the car.
This is the integration I find most compelling. This is where the ecosystem actually touches the ground.
The owner in the video is just talking to the truck. I want coffee, then food, then take me to a fun spot in NYC. No apps, no tapping. The truck just plans the route.
And this is the promise of voice control we've had since Siri launched, 2011? And it's mostly been terrible. But because Grok is an LLM, it actually understands context. It's not just keyword matching.
It feels like the killer app for AI might just be driving or managing the whole experience of driving.
It is the no-aff interface.
Yeah.
But let's zoom out. If this works, you have one person, Elon Musk, controlling the social feed where you get your news, the financial rail where you pay for your coffee, and the physical vehicle that drives you there.
That's an incredible concentration of power.
It's the vertical integration of your entire life. From a product standpoint, amazing convenience. From a privacy and, a second-order effect standpoint, it raises very serious questions.
Like if the platform decides it doesn't like you or your credit score on X drops.
Can you still drive to get coffee?
That is a terrifying thought. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't drive you to Starbucks because your engagement metrics are down.
We aren't there yet, but the infrastructure is being built. And speaking of infrastructure, we have to mention the scale of this. That post from @James McCarthy, the photo of Starship.
The humans for scale photo.
Right. The humans look like ants next to that rocket. Musk is building the financial system, the AI interface, and the transport to Mars all at the same time. It puts the slop farms on TikTok into perspective.
Absolutely. Levels to the game. But let's bring it back down to earth, way down, to the street level. We talked about high finance and high tech. Now I want to talk about the shadow economy.
The part of the economy that doesn't show up in the GDP numbers, but it's how people are actually surviving.
At Financy Stop has this thread about selling plates on Facebook Marketplace.
Plates?
Yeah. People cooking full seafood boils, shrimp, corn, potatoes in their home kitchen, packing them in styrofoam and selling them for $15 to $40 a pop.
I saw the video. The guy is buying it out of the trunk of a car.
It's an unlicensed restaurant, basically. But at Financy Stop points out how rampant this hustle is.
It is. And we need to analyze the economics here. Why is this happening? On one hand, it's regulatory arbitrage.
Meaning they're just skipping all the rules.
Right. They're not paying for health inspections, commercial insurance, business taxes. That's an immediate margin boost. But there is a darker angle mentioned in the context.
The SNAP benefits arbitrage.
The dirty secret of the plate economy. In some cases, people are using EBT food stamps to buy the raw ingredients, so their cost of goods sold is effectively zero.
So they buy the shrimp with government benefits, cook it, and then sell it for cash.
Which creates a 100% profit margin. It is illegal. It's benefit fraud. But it's also a huge signal of a desperate consumer economy. When you have people risking jail time to flip a seafood boil for $20.
It tells you the real economy isn't working for them.
Precisely. It's the survival economy. We have Wharton grads leveraged to the gills buying HVAC companies, and we have home cooks leveraging EBT to sell shrimp. Everyone just trying to find an arbitrage.
It's a stark contrast to the other post we have in this section from @HayesDev about Warren Buffett.
The Oracle.
Yeah, he posted a clip of Buffett from 1998 talking about moats and compounding, The old school way. Don't look for the quick flip, look for the enduring competitive advantage.
It sounds almost quaint now, doesn't it? Buffett talks about patience. He talks about 20% compounding over 50 years.
And today we're talking about 35% IRR on a flip or a quick cash grab on Facebook Marketplace.
The disconnect is painful. Buffett's advice is correct. Real wealth is built by holding great assets forever. But in 2026, who can afford to wait forever? The moats are for the billionaires. They're for Rourke Capital buying Subway. Everyone else, the MBA student, the plate seller, the TikTok slop farmer, they are just trying to get paid before the debt matures or the algorithm changes.
That is a sobering thought. We are living in a fast money world, and the slow money wisdom feels out of reach.
It's the velocity of money versus the durability of wealth. And right now, velocity is winning.
So what does this all mean for tomorrow? We've covered everything from flat sandwiches to Mars rockets. Give me your prediction.
My prediction connects the slop to the agents. We saw the click farms using humans to manage phones. We saw the Google agents doing work autonomously. By Q3 of 2026, those click farms won't hire interns anymore.
You think the slop gets automated?
Completely. The agents will generate the content, the agents will upload the content, and here's the dystopian kicker. Other agents will probably watch the content to gain the ad metrics.
Oh, wow.
We're heading toward a dead internet crisis, where bots are just watching ads served by other bots, while the humans are left trying to sell shrimp plates on the side.
A robot watching a robot sell a robot a sandwich.
And the sandwich is flat.
Well, on that cheerful note, keep your eyes open, check your sandwich before you leave the store, and don't buy the HVAC company unless you know how to fix the fan. See you tomorrow.